Audio test. There we go. We're better. All right. Gosh, sorry about that. Anyway, welcome back. Hello, good evening. I'm Professor McCoy. Welcome back to Kingdom Come Deliverance. Now that everybody can hear me, I don't know why my default audio device was set correctly, but I should have checked it beforehand. My bad. Sorry, everyone. All right. Let me get the incense going. Both appropriate in terms of the game we're playing as well as the weather out and in. Thankfully, I am very pleased to say that this hurricane, small as she was, managed to bring a bit of cooler weather finally, and so it is down in the comfortable 60s already, and only going down from there. Love it. Able to have my window open. Of course, it is the winds from the hurricane are also pushing wind in the opposite direction as usual. Right here, we almost always have prevailing northerly winds coming right through the window in front of me, pushing back out that way. Tonight being the exception, in which case my door is being pushed open just ever so slightly by the breeze.
Hey, lad! Don't you want a little wager on the rat-egg tourney?
No, I already lost the rat-egg tourney, but I did that over the week. So, some things I did. I did a lot of thieving. I did a lot of losing groschen on a tourney or two. Things like that. Got my sword bloodied fighting some bandits. I was attacked by bandits on the road that just kind of traveling around. I killed some humans and got a hauberk, which, look at that, nice, as well as some armor to go over the hauberk. Anyway, and these I lifted from somebody at some point as well, so I actually have a bit of an armor set, somewhere in the medium range, I suppose. I don't have good leg armor just yet, but that's okay. That's okay for the moment. I'm still working on it. I also don't have a long sword. I only still have this here shard, a short sword. Eventually I will get a long sword. Kenby asked, is this my first time playing the game from the beginning? Yes, I have yet to play it. I've had it for a good long while. At least a year, I suppose, maybe 2. But I've been waiting to play it with you guys on the stream. Otherwise I totally would have. But I've been holding off. I've been greatly enjoying it so far. Alright, let's talk to Teresa. That is something that we haven't done.
Boy.
Oh.
Don't you want to do something together again?
I can't now. Come back in the evening, will you?
Evening, huh? Okay.
Teresa, I brought you something.
My, how chivalrous. That's lovely.
God.
Thank you so much.
The bouquet that we made with Sir Hans for the bath whore. Oh gosh. So Kenby, almost everyone recommended the game. It was recommended by several people on stream who sort of follow along and have been saying, "Hey, have you played Kingdom Come? Have you played Kingdom Come? Have you played Kingdom Come Deliverance?" Like, knowing that I'm a fan of RPGs and of the Middle Ages, basically everyone had been recommending this thing to me, and that's both on the stream and off. Just friends who know I like both things, and so eventually I wound up picking it up when it was I think it was on sale on Steam at some point, at a decent price, and so I picked it up. I'm gonna talk to Peshek and see what he's wanting us to do. What is this job?
Just out of curiosity, what was it you wanted me to do anyway?
Your debt's paid. But if you're still interested, I'll tell you about it.
Well, what would you need from me?
A trifle. Just to take something from someone and bring it to someone else. And not get caught while you're doing it.
That sounds straightforward enough. Except for not get caught. Why would anyone want to catch me?
Oh, come on,
don't
Henry.
worry. It's just a job like any other. Only this one requires, let's say, the right moral disposition. Do corpses bother you?
No honourable man should touch them. That's the executioner's job.
Did you expect I'd give you a hoe and send you out to the fields? You can dig all right, but somewhere else. I want to know whether you're going to hide behind some stupid fucking scruples, or if you might be useful for more unconventional work.
No, I'm not going to be grave robbing for Peshek. I'm just going to go. I'm going to go ahead and say no on that one. Um, so as to the question of other games, other good games set in the 1400s, I don't know of too many. I know. Oh gosh, there's a couple of strategy games that are. There are versions of. Oh gosh, what is it? It's Anno 14? Is it 1440? Relatively recently. I haven't played it, so I couldn't give a recommendation one way or the other. And typically, honestly, typically most strategy games, at least real time strategy games, aren't really my forte. If I'm gonna do a strategy game, it's gonna be more tactical. Um, for example, I absolutely love the Fire Emblem series. I haven't played the most recent, but up until then, I've greatly loved the thing. Um, that sort of unit movement type strategy game, I really like. Real time strategy, I don't have the like. I don't have the the twitchy speed of mind, let's say, to keep track of everything that's going on. In something like I don't know, Age of Empire. Well, Age of Empires usually isn't too bad. But like gosh, what's the Star Wars one? There's the Star Wars RTS that is very good. It's just I'm awful at it, and so I don't really love it. Kingdom Come is a little bit outside my field of study. It's a little bit later chronologically than I mostly study. Most of my historical studies stop around the 13th century. Um, I like to only half joke that there's a large sort of temporal gap in my knowledge between roughly 1277, which is when the condemnations were issued by the Bishop of Paris over several Aristotelian propositions that several philosophers following St. Thomas Aquinas took too far beyond what the church could allow. Um, so 1277 all the way through 1977, which is when the first Star Wars movie came out. In between those, I vaguely know some things that happened. I think we landed on the moon. My parents were born. We like the Christopher Columbus thing happened. Stuff like that. But again, most of that is vague, and I only remember a few actual years. Most of my historical knowledge is more recent, like roughly speaking, a little bit past my lifetime, and during and before the 13th century. Quite frankly, most of my historical studies, my actual like academic studies of history, are late Roman, so the second through maybe sixth century, something around that era. Something like that is probably where I know the most in terms of straightforward, especially political and military history. Um, Cultural history, I know quite a bit about the Middle Ages because I study it philosophically, and so that's kind of where my where I sort of have that crossover between history and philosophy a lot more is in sort of cultural history of the Middle Ages, up again through roughly the 13th century. So yeah, this is slightly after most of what I study. And well, I say slightly. Slightly for me means 150 years. Um, Slightly for most normal people means a lot less than that, but whatever.
I'm not sure dealing with corpses is a job for me. I don't want that kind of stain on my conscience or my reputation. Find someone else.
Suit yourself. Drop by if you change your mind. Sure.
I'm not gonna dig up corpses. What time is it? It's morning. All right, I have until evening. What do I have to do? I have quests somewhere. Oh, right, I have skills too. I have this drinking skill. Nah, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know if I'm gonna do that. Let's see. Oh, right. Yeah, I can do this. And Hesha keeps offering me some shady job. uh Oh yeah, the decorative crown from Sasau. I should do that. But first, I'll do these two. I'm not gonna have that boar meat lapiotas. Not for a while. I did turn in some deer meat a while back, not too long ago. Boar meat for the butcher. Okay. Yeah. So I can finish that. Then I can go over here, find the nightingales, come back for the evening. From the point of moralism, how do you intend to play Kingdom Come Deliverance? I will say something like, so I'm trying to portray Henry as something like pious but flawed. So something like, so he is not particularly, he's not particularly concerned with killing people when they need to be killed. So he will fight people to the death, and that's perfectly reasonable and perfectly fine. He has minimal scruples when it comes to those sorts of things. Even thievery, again, partially just because it fits with the RPG game mechanics, but also just because that was understood with far less seriousness than mores having to do with purity and mores having to do with charity. And so it was taken less seriously, and so I will take it less seriously as Henry. So something like that. That said, I will also perfectly well discuss the various moral choices that Henry will make, that I will make for Henry, right? And to point out, hey, here he's doing something wrong, but here's why it would make sense contextually, let's say. Bailiff.
God save you. What can I do for you?
I'd like to talk to you again about that job.
Wait. I thought I had everybody. What?
That's all I need to know.
No. Okay.
Good luck, then.
That's right, I still need to get the cook. That's right. Okay. Right. Which means I need to go back down. My bad. Goofed up on that. Ow. Certainly am going to be remaining relatively, like I said, pious. Great respect for the church and great respect for authority. Especially just given his status in society. Give me just one moment there. I'm having an issue here with the door flinging itself open. Oops, wrong thing. There.
I'm from Skalitz, good folk. You all know what happened there. Help your neighbor.
Alright, well, it turns out it's not flinging itself open. I have cats passing in and out of here, which are flinging the door open. Well, you know how it goes. They do that sort of thing. Okay.
Let the perpetual light shine upon them. What do you want from me?
I asked around in Sasau. Father Francis is doing well in Sasau. He has no plans to return to St. James anytime soon.
You talked to him? How is he doing? Doesn't he need his cassock fixed? He's always tearing it. There isn't a pew or a step he hasn't tripped over at one time or another.
There isn't a pew either, so yeah, we could do that. But yeah, that's I something something I was just thinking of recently is the something unique to the medieval mindset that we don't share, and it's a view of history. Um, but and it has to do with this deference to that which is above. That we instinctively want to reject. We are suspicious innately of things that are above us, whether that's authoritatively or whether that's in terms of right, in terms of authority or power, whichever the case might be. We, especially modern Americans, are innately suspicious, and in some ways that's a very good thing. But in some ways in some ways that is a loss, and that can be rather dangerous at other times.
I asked the abbot. He said they have work for him elsewhere and that St. James will have to wait.
Wait, I remember the last time. We had to go to Sasau for almost 2 years. I probably won't even live that long.
That won't be that bad. Meanwhile, you can work at Master Hagen's house and who knows? You might even find you like it.
You're probably right. What else can I do at my age? And the presbytery is too big for one woman alone.
So you agree you'll go and work for Hagen?
Isn't that what I just said? I'll go and do housekeeping for him. May the Lord watch over you.
They're doing that thing again. Okay, I digress again, because see this here. This is, I think, a gross misinterpretation of common medieval art. So typically, very often on illustrations of the interiors of fine buildings, whether that's castles or churches or whatever, we find this sort of thing on the walls. But what we should realize, and it's in the same style as the other paintings and whatnot, right? As the other murals and things that are painted on the walls. And I have to give credit to this game, immense credit to this game for depicting, especially the interiors of buildings, as so impeccably well decorated like this. That this is actually how we would expect the interior of most medieval buildings to look. Even like, you look at the rafters, like even like this. However, this is, I think, a gross misinterpretation of medieval art, and it's because, well, okay, let's be fair. Let's be fair to the devs here. That this is a relatively new historical development, or a new historical discovery. That things like this were meant to depict actual tapestries hung along walls as decoration, but then also as noise dampening and as insulation. We just heard the incredible echo, which would still be very present, but this would allow you to hear it much better. Hear what's being said both from the front and next to you. Because it would muffle what's right next to you, but then keep this what's the term? Not echoing. The auditory effect of it echoing like this. It would keep most of that, but it would make it clearer. It would make it crisper when you're near these little edges here. And this is what we have is some documentation of these things being changed out, with the rest of the decoration being maintained, which would be an odd thing to do if you were painting over it repeatedly. And it's why we often see, say, brocade style decorations in the lower parts of walls. It's because it was actual brocades, facades, brocades, whatever. It's a really, really cool development that I think is they missed out on. They missed out on the correct interpretation of this, but what are you gonna do? Was there a spillover from the Crusades Islamic culture? Yes.
From Skalitz, good folk. You all know what happened there. Help your neighbor.
Yes, but more the further south in Europe you go, and oddly the further west in Europe you go, the more Islamic influence there was. And that's because of the influence through North Africa. We see a great deal of Islamic influence in Spain, in sort of Moorish cultural things, Moorish food. Moorish art and architecture. All of that is based on Islamic North African design and especially aesthetics. Um, there was not very much religious or cultural influence almost anywhere. Spain, somewhat. To some degree, there was an influence in Spain. But even there, the influence was relatively limited to, as I said, art, architecture, language, and I suppose food, things like that. Rather than deep-seated cultural things or political trends or anything like that, were largely maintained their uniquely, specifically Christian character. Let's see. Yeah, let's go that way.
Yeah.
Now, the Crusades had very different political influences. Something that I've actually mentioned here before was the extreme prevalence of something like mercenaries, returning crusaders who had significant expertise in warfare but little else. And because of this, because they were soldiers, they were warriors, when they came home, this led to a kind of let's say a political and cultural shift towards militarization. People were more, that is, people meaning nobles and whatnot, were far more likely to go to war, to be militaristic, broadly speaking, because they know they have the makings of a standing army, having returned from the Crusades, and that's still happening to this time period, and that's actually what's kind of driving the plot of this game. It's why there is this chance for King, not Wenceslas, the other guy. Oh, I'm not going to be able to go over there, aren't I? Am I? Oh, crap. I'll figure it out. I hope.
Yeah.
I know Henry can't swim, so this is going to be difficult, but let's see what I can do. This.
Yeah.
Nope, okay. But yeah, I think that was the greater influence on culture at this point, was the influence of having crusaders return and their presence and prevalence throughout mainland Europe. And I think that is what allowed for the degree of warfare that we see during this period, during the late Middle Ages. And that is the sort of inter-European, or warfare within and between Christendom, is the kind of thing that we otherwise probably would not have seen. And it's why we don't see it as much earlier on. We didn't see real significant pitched warfare in the sort of early to Middle Ages, before the maybe 13th century or so. Most of the time, the period I study, for that matter, the vast majority of I hear him. The vast majority of battles and wars and such were not fought by massive armies. Okay, how do I get them? So they weren't fought so much by massive armies as they were by just by small skirmishing bands, a knight and their various retainers, that sort of thing. Which is why castles were perfectly sufficient defense because you didn't have to worry about a siege. You couldn't maintain a siege with the number of troops that you had. Tori, huh? Do I have to drop it? I mean, I hear the nightingale. It's in this tree. Get it. Thanks for the rabbit, buddy. What am I supposed to be doing here? Hold X, then press F. Well, I don't have an F on my gamepad, but okay. Okay. Try that. Oh, okay, that works. What's with all these people here? I don't... What are they... Who are these people? Am I gonna have to fight these guys? Are they, like, bandits or something? Or are they just...
Hey, who's there?
Nobody, don't worry about it. Who are you? How far away do I need to be, also?
Vic?
Yeah, good job. They are bandits. Okay, great. I'm gonna have to do something about that, aren't I? I'm getting better. There are a lot of them, so
Look what
maybe I
I've got
should
for you.
fight them.
You'll
But
love this.
if I can kite them and take one down, that should be easy enough. Need to go. Now I'm wondering how long do I have to wait for the trap?
That's him.
Oops.
Good fella.
I might try it. I might try and
That's
go
my
after him.
boy.
Might try and go after him. I don't know. I need a pelt. I don't need that much meat.
Get him.
Was that deer? Ooh, deer. Oh, multiple traps in the same spot? Or... Okay, I'll head back over there then, and we'll see.
To me.
Oh. Alright, well... Damn. Okay, fine. Different locations, okay. So I'll listen to all of the different squawking, I suppose. Hey, a bird. Got it. Alright. What's that? Cow skull. Deer skull? Small to be a cow skull. Maybe it was deer. Oh, okay, this is a large area, isn't it? Okay. Okay. I'm actually gonna go see about those bandits. I'm gonna see what I can do. Hold up. Give me a minute. Yes, I am willing to do this because if I what? Hold on. If I walk into this with absolutely no chance of success, I have no problem reloading. There you go, synchronizing. We're good. Wait for it. No, come on. Hold on. Gotta open it proper like. There we go. And we're going. We're back. All right. The Master Huntsman at Rattay is a good trading partner later in game. Okay. All right. Good to know. Assuming I wait long enough for my pelts not to be stolen. Oh, jeez. Goofed the... Oh, God. What happened there? Hold on. Jumbled up my entire setup here. Okay, so this was not the best strategy, but it's okay. Not to worry. Here we go. Maybe. Maybe. There it is. Here we go. This is a lot of work. Oh gosh, I haven't done this much yet, so I haven't had the need to save scum in this game yet. And I have a few saver shops. Maybe I should have just used one instead of this whole procedure. Ah well, it's fine. Lessons learned. Anyway, so among the things, I always like to share a bit of what I'm drinking. Obviously, you saw a coffee. You know, nice and regular old coffee. And also an Elysian Punkachino pumpkin ale. It's nice. It's nice. It is sweating like a Sicilian, but nice. All right. Okay, I'm Sicilian. I can say that. In fact, I felt like a Sicilian. I have this irritating habit of sweating profusely from my head the moment I get the smallest lick of exercise. There we go. Now it sounds like a sound. See if I can just shoot him. Damn.
What are you doing here?
1v1 me, bro.
Tired of life, are you? To arms! Get over here! Fucker!
You're in the wrong place at the wrong
Stop
time.
it, You'll pay for that! You gonna cry? What's the matter? Come on!
Oof.
Well landed. Bring it on.
Here! Go! Who's there?
Oof.
Take that! Fuck it!
Who's there? You're in the wrong
You
place
call
at
that
the wrong time.
combat?
Ooh, he's got, like, plate. Okay, that's a problem. This is gonna be an issue.
Is that all you? You're done.
Ow!
What's the matter? Jesus Christ!
Ow!
I'm gonna.
Ooh, ouchies. That's not good. All right.
Come on then, horse son.
Ow!
You. Go cow and. Curse it. Yeah. Way off. Yeah. Damn. Fucking hell.
I'm doing okay here.
Giving up already?
Nope.
Yeah. God.
Lost your wind. You're going to cry? Ow! Shit!
Oof. Okay. I need his equipment really bad. Okay, bandit lead spurs. Bandit's ear. Good. Kettle hat. Ooh, mail chausses. Okay. Milanese gauntlets. Auberk neck plate quarters. I have already. Vaguely, I have repair kits, and I talked to it was a tailor who actually taught it to me. I did the little mini tutorial thing. I cannot. I don't have the skill yet to repair anything this badly damaged, though. Unfortunately. Should I just take everything? Nice. Fine. If nothing else, I will sell some of this stuff. And I will definitely take... Where did his sword go? Where did his sword go? There it is. That is a longsword. So by chest, you're referring to the chest back at Teresa's house, right? That one? Okay. For now, I will put it in the horse. I'll leave it on the horse. That is entirely broken, so I'll put it to the horse. That's hurt bad. Damaged. Not too bad. Horse. Added chausses. Mail chausses. That's actually better. I'm just gonna switch to the mail anyway. And put the padded ones away. Yeah. Plate counters. No, I already have. Alberk put away. Gambus had put away. Damaged very badly because I took a bunch of hits on that. Alright. I'm not over encumbered yet. That's good news. Alright. Yeah, I'm alright. Swords and axes can be easily fixed on a grindstone once you gain experience in repair maintenance. I am god awful at doing the grindstone thing. I don't know if it's a mechanic, like game mechanic skill problem, or if it's a just me, literally player skill problem. I'm not sure which, but I don't quite exactly know what to do with the grindstone thing yet. That's something I have to work on. An interesting site that was inhabited by bandits. It seems no longer to be. I hope I didn't just kill some of them and leave the rest, but... Hey, a camp. Is that a bandit camp? Am I about to run into even more of a trap? Oh crap, I am, aren't I? Yep, there's bandit. Okay, there we go. Are there more of them to deal with? No, that's it. Takes time to gain skill on the grindstone. Best practice on low-value items. Later, it makes it very profitable to fix high-value swords and axes. Okay, okay. Can give that a shot. Because I assume you say low value because it's possible to ruin it, or... Bandits here, I need that. Bandage, gonna need that. Blackhood, no. Groshen, need those. Hunter's gloves, ordinary tarred jacket. Venison. Reinforced mail collar. I'll take that. Apples. Sure, I'll eat one or two. None of this is much worth it. I suppose the bassinet. Yeah. Where's his weapon? Ooh, hard. Okay, well, I can try this. Horse. And... horse. We eat an apple or two. How about this? 17? I can afford to eat one. There. Right. Let's try this out, shall we? Hard. This is the hardest I have attempted so far. Ooh. Oh, yeah! Alright. Mouse and keyboard really helps that. Alright, Aqua Vitalis. A lot of Groshen. Lazarus Potion. Space of 5 minutes, adds 100 health, dispels all hangover. Cancels Marigold Cup. Okay. Goblet, Silver Goblet. Anything in here I need to put away? Any of that? Every 5 minutes, strengths will wound you 50% less. Ooh, nice. Can't quite figure that out yet. Maybe I will eventually. I'm gonna go ahead and cook the hare meat. Half of it. The other half of it. Give the dog a couple.
Good fella.
Yeah. Upgrading skills or perks. I was about to.
That's
I'm
my boy.
sure I'm relatively safe and ready to move on.
Look what I've got for you. You'll love this.
Alright, so yeah, about to do that once I'm in the clear here. Oh, I do have... Alright, fine, you can have a cooked piece. Alright. Agility, huh? Fast striker. That might be good. Command 30% less stamina, but will also cause slightly less injury. Nah. If you're not wearing plate armor, it'll be 50% easier for you to dodge strikes. I don't know. Slightly less injury. Is this one worth it? I'm not sure if this one's worth it. I'm leaning towards no on that one, honestly. Defense. Weapon cruncher. I almost never will beat the opponent in the clinch. Or makes it 30% more frightening impression in dialogues. Maybe. You're able to equip your armor, weapons, and other items so cleverly that you're 1/3 lighter than you actually weigh in your inventory. Ooh. That's nice. Needs level 12 though, and I'm level 8. How do you beat your opponent in the clinch? I actually don't know that. Armor takes 30% more. Yeah. Frightening impression. Does that have a downside? Don't know if that has a downside. I'm just gonna wait on defense. I'm not gonna. Let's try sword. I've been trying to do this. The stab, almost right. but it's not working. Longsword. Double stab. I like double stab. Flash that stab with a longsword. Same thing. Blinding strike. Played this in game entirely shooting bows, so I can't opine on combat swords, etc. Oh, jeez. I'm gonna go with. I'm gonna go with this one for now. Hopefully, it's fine. Stab left down. Maybe the direction matters. I'm actually not sure of that. All right, skills. Any skills other than drinking? Because I'm not gonna upgrade drinking yet. Okay, cool. All right, let's find the rest of those nightingales. Let's find the rest of those nightingales. I'm god-awful with a bow still. Still getting there. I'm working on it. I'm improving substantially, but I'm still terrible. So... we'll see. I am listening for nightingales. Alright. Anyway, so related to something I was talking about some time ago. Talking about the sort of medieval worldview and the view of history and the view of social arrangement and all that. I came to a realization about one of the chief problems with Amazon's The Rings of Power, especially in the context of Tolkien and his worldview. And it is that Tolkien, especially embodied in Lord of the Rings, but not even exclusively, this also just applied generally to his overall thought, but especially in his Middle-earth Legendarium, he had a very medieval view of history, which is very different from the modern view, the modern progressivist view. Not progressivist, but progressive view, let's say. So the modern view of history is that we gradually advance through time at a constant, unstoppable, in a constant, unstoppable, or nearly unstoppable way. That the general tendency of history is to advance. And so, if we look back in time, the expectation is to find a more primitive time, a benighted time. Hence, the modern term Dark Ages for, well, right now. However, if instead we were to look at this from a medieval standpoint, what we would instead expect to find is the past being a time of being a better time, at least in many ways. Not exclusively. The medievals did not deny certain advances, particularly technological advancement, which were, at least in some cases, all too obvious, but not in all cases. The assumption would have been that the past was a time of glory, a time of virtue, a time of heroism, a time of union as opposed to disunion. Essentially, it was the idea that the past was that we are living in the shadow of a greater past. Let's put it that way. And this was the medieval worldview, primarily just because if you look around Europe, what you will find are the people living in the ruins of an ancient great civilization. I have to eat that, don't I? I'm gonna put these on the horse. That'll help lighten the load a bit. Now, I think he can do it. Get him. I hit it. God, really? Damn it. I don't think this is gonna work, is it? Oh my god, I killed it. Oh, wow, I am wildly encumbered. Alright. Horse can't carry that much. Fine. I put 100 onto the horse. Can't carry that much. Okay, fine. I put 50 on the horse. Oh my god, the horse can't even carry that much. Oh, Jesus. This is a problem. I'm carrying 100 pounds of boar meat. Okay, what can I get rid of off the horse? First of all, I can get rid of my green hose. I don't need those. Alright. Talmberg shields. I don't need all the damn torches. Let's see. I don't need a gambeson. I don't need the bassinet. Nobody needs hair meat, right? I don't think. Can throw away most of those. Same with these. Perhaps you should drop items based on value per weight. That's kind of what I'm looking at. That's kind of at least vaguely what I'm looking at. Horse. Warhide. I need more of those, but it's fine. Okay. Let me see. Sheepskin, kind of not. Well, horse hides are kind of not worth it, like at all. Same with cowhide. Not worth it at all. Hair meat. Honestly, I can get more. It's fine. Okay. Okay, I can't do all of that, but how much can I? I do 70. Yes. I can. How much more? Can I do 20 more? I need 30, 20 more? No, I can't. Okay, can I do 10 more? No. Okay. Cool. So I'm gonna have to herbs. They could be there could be rarity when you consider throwing away. Yeah, most of those I know where to find them, and either not particularly rare or I cannot use them for a very long time for a lot of things. I haven't really dove into alchemy too much yet, so my skill is very low still. Okay, I'm gonna have to drop some. Like 20? Let's try dropping 20. I'm gonna have to drop a lot more. Ah, crap. Let's try dropping 16. Nope. 10 more. Nope. Let's drop 5 more. Okay. I have enough that I can... Oh my god, look at all this. Ah, Jesus. Alright, cool. Now. I need to give that boar meat to Sasau. I need to bring that Sasau. I need 40 of it to bring to Sasau. I'll get around to, but I'm going to try and find the... Oh, it's almost nighttime. Still going to try and find those nightingales. Is that one? Should I just try putting a trap down? Oh. There we go. There's one. Okay. Oh, why did I drop 2? Whoops. The trees may look similar. The more of those. Hmm. Roe hunting spot. What's a roe? I assume it's one of those. I don't need roe deer meat. I need a hide, though. I can sell those nicely. Okay, I'm gonna go check the trap. Still empty. Fine. The trees that look like this one, right? This is the one? Hear the same bird song. Look from trees that look roughly like that. Where else might I find a tree like that?
That's him.
Get him. Come on, Mutt. Do it. Get your kill. You missed. Here was the previous.
Hey, all of you, gather here. Raise the alarm.
Oops.
To arms. Get over here. Hey, all of you, gather here. Raise the alarm.
Huh. Interesting. I wonder how many are left.
Over here. We're
That's a little troubling. I already went through this way, didn't I? Huh. No kidding, though, that the sound of the nightingale is very, very, very distinctive. No kidding. At least, especially as depicted here. It's not... I actually don't think I've ever seen or heard a nightingale. I'm very American. That is a very European bird. I don't think they're this far out. I think they're back this way. That almost sounds like them. That almost sounds like the same squawking, but not the same cadence. So I'm assuming the game is going to give me the same cadence as a kind of indicator. Where's that coming from? Yeah, okay. There we go. Alright, let's go find the other one, and maybe if there's only one bandit left, just deal with the last bandit. Because it sounded like there was only one bandit left, and he found all of his dead friends. Or, I mean, I guess 2 of them I did let go, so that might be a problem. Oh. Well, show me. Far too brave to show mercy. Should be. Should be far too brave to show mercy, at least.
To arms! Get over here! Over here! Where is everyone? Quick!
Everyone's dead, buddy. I don't know how to tell you this, but it's just you. Real sorry. I mean, not real sorry. You are a thieving bandit, so... Cage? I'm gonna see about these bandits. Because if there's only the one left, I'm probably gonna fight him. Oh, no, there's not. There are at least 2. Is there? I only see 1 now. But I saw 2 of them.
Who's there? The answer to my prayers, just when I wanted to vent some rage on... Here! Stop! Please! Spare me! I yield!
I'll let you go, but it'll cost you.
What's to be done?
Alright, good. Yeah, run. Oh, there's another one still alive. Okay, fine. Fine with this.
Who's
What?
Oh, you're running. I mean, why are you I mean, I get why you're running. All of your friends are dead. That does actually make sense, but... I also have to go this way, so... If you'll excuse me. My bird in the bush is over here. Excuse me. Okay. Nah, it's fine. All right. Now, seeing as we're in the middle of it, let's quick travel. God, this is gonna be far, isn't it? Okay, let's go. At least I'm well armed and armored at this point. I've made the terrible mistake before of fast traveling without my armor on. That was awful. We're gonna have to wait a whole extra day to take out Teresa. Because it's already basically nighttime, so it's too late. Now it is nighttime. I guess we'll go back to Sasau. Yeah? I'm also going to assume that the boar meat is now bad. Because that's usually how that works. Right. No. Oh my god, it's still 100%. Holy crap. How? Is that possible? Seems impossible. Let's see, tasks. Beggar's Feast. Let's do that one. He needs boar meat. I can get him boar meat. I can get him boar meat too. But that's going to be very far. That's all the way over in Sasau. Back at the bailiff. Which I have to do during the day, don't I? Gales to the huntsman, okay. Is it too late? Turn in the boar meat. I just hit a chicken. I think it's probably too late to turn in the boar meat. He's asleep, isn't he?
Ah! Why are you waking me?
Okay. What about my food? The ones I have are going bad, and so are the Lapiotas. I don't know if I can afford to wait till morning with this. Crap. What about the huntsman? I'm assuming he's asleep too. Well. I'm gonna go to the mill. I'm gonna sleep through the night, I guess. As well. Things away in that chest. At least until I'm able to do some repairs in the morning. Alright. I actually don't have anything in here at all, so I should. Alright. Do I have any of my stuff that I'm carrying that needs to go in here? The red scarf I don't need with me. The meat I can put in here to hopefully preserve it. Their potion I don't need in here with me. I'm gonna hope this helps to preserve it a little bit. Bandages. Forehide. Mushrooms. Belts. Hide. Goblets. Alright. Sword. I'm gonna keep those on me, just in case. No. I know I should leave that on there, shouldn't I? I need the spirits. Mushrooms. Chalice. Why do I still have a stolen lockpick? That's bizarre. I am wildly over encumbered. Robber sword. Put that away. Put that. Leave. I use this for sneaking. I should kind of hang on to it. Keep it out just in case. Nobleman's hose. I'm going to keep out because I'm going to switch to those. Shirt I can put away. Kettle hat. Hose. Coif. Gauntlets. Noble collar. How is this comparatively? Coif is just strictly... Oh, that's strictly better. I'll put it away. Once I repair that, it'll be better. Ransing's hood. Okay. Anyway. I don't think I need Kanesh's keys ever again, but you never know. Food will go bad if it's left in the chest. Okay. I figured it would. Is it at the same rate, or faster, or slower than if I hold on to it myself? Actually, let me change clothes. Oh, I'm still wearing the hauberk. There we go. Better. Let's sleep till morning. Yeah, 5 a.m. sounds good. That'll give me time to actually get to where I need to get to with my food. Okay, same rate. Does it... Am I crazy to think that it gets preserved on the saddle? I know that was... Okay, funny thing. Historically speaking, that was a thing. That was a thing that people did. It was primarily a Mongolian tradition, so Mongolian nomads would essentially preserve meat by storing it between their saddle and their horse. And it was actually relatively functional. Okay, that's fine. It was actually mostly functional. Oh, man. I'll have to use the preservative on one of those. Darn it. Move to horse. Let's move all but 10. Oh, not all but 10. There we go. Okay. I need more Lapiotas, and I need to use the Preserver on those. I still don't have enough. Darn it. Okay, well. Sure, I can find those eventually. Yeah. Yeah, Genghis Khan's archers. And so it was a combination of some stuff that was actually, frankly, quite disgusting if you really think about it. That it was stored between the saddle and the rider because the warmth of it kept it above spoiling temperature. And then, in addition to that, it was dried, more or less. It was basically made into jerky, but not by drying, but by soaking in horse sweat. It's the salinity of the horse sweat that acted as a preservative for meat, which is gross, but like shockingly effective. So yeah, neat. Oh jeez. Hey, wake up. I have meat for you. Fine. I'll wait an hour. Please wake up. I have meat for you. Please wake up. And I have mushrooms, but it's not enough. I have to go get more mushrooms, I guess. Can I give him some now and some later, or how does that work?
No.
Alright, waiting. It's past 7. Come on, wake up. Wake up, buddy. You have begging to do. I'm gonna stand over you for a solid 2 hours. Are you serious? What time do you wake up, man? Who are you, me? Oh, this is gonna be a big problem. And these are about to go bad too. I have not actually tried horse meat. No, I have not. Like real life wise, no. No, I haven't. It's one of those interesting ones that I would be open to trying, certainly. I do tend to really like meat that is often derided as gamey. Like, I like deer. I like wild boar. I think I prefer wild boar to just ordinary pork. Like, farm pork. Oh yeah, I'm overloaded. Darn it. More of the Lapiotas went bad. Yay. Oh gosh. Alright, hey. Is it you? No, you're... Oh, that's Pikmin. Hey, you're supposed to have a job now. What are you doing? Hey, Alex.
Good health to you.
Wait.
Be with you.
What? I can't give it to him if I don't have all of it? Are you serious? I have the boar meat. I just don't have enough frickin' mushrooms. This is ridiculous. Alright, I give up. I'm gonna sell it. I hope it's not still
God
stolen.
grant you health.
And half
How
of it
may
went
I
bad.
help you?
Okay.
Take care.
It's gone bad, but you can have it here. Fine. So ridiculous. I hate it. I'm so bad
Can
at
we
these
do
quests.
something about the price?
This is so bad.
Well, we can try it.
Are we agreed?
You won't convince me with that.
Okay. mean, it's a lot of meat. It's a lot of meat.
Since it's you.
Close. Drop the price a bit more, and we'll shake on it.
Kind of bad, but it's a lot of meat.
Very well. I agree.
Okay, that's where I was aiming anyway, so that'll do. Let me see. Horse is very similar to beef, but slightly different. U.S. Canada seems to be opposed to it, but Europe is generally okay with horse meat. I don't see why not. I mean, aside from it being, like... I mean, it would definitely be comparatively hard to farm. But that's not that big a deal. Oh, I do need hareskin. I left some in the thing. Alright, camp leader, no. Go to the bailiff while we're here.
Carrots that'll make you and your family happy. Onions that'll make you cry, and garlic that'll keep evil spirits at bay.
It's true. Garlic keeps evil spirits at bay, if you didn't know. I'm gonna just put on some of my dirty clothes. Dirty armor, I guess. Just so I can wash it in the trough. This is the easiest way that I have found to do that. Okay, here we go. Born in bailiff. Horse tastes 90% beef, 5% venison, 5% other gamey. I would definitely try it. Canby says dog meat was very much on the menu in the 1400s, but obviously not part of our modern day. Yeah, likewise. I mean, I'm not intrinsically opposed to it.
Tell me who you chose, and I'll take care of it.
I think that you can.
I chose
I think that you can.
Cook's job. I had a job convincing her, but it was
farm
worth it. She's the best
dogs
cook around.
Glad to hear it.
In a way that's not like cruel. That's a thing you can do. Yes, I know that dogs are significantly more.
God be with you.
I don't know. I'm gonna say personable, just with the understanding that that is one hell of an analogy, rather than it being literal at all. Because again, I don't think that. Here's the thing: I don't think that animals have intrinsic value. That's a really harsh criticism, but not any more than inanimate objects do. They are better in some ways than an animate object. They're higher on the chain of being. They have more being to them. They're more fully real things than plants and rocks and stuff. But at the same time, and of course, they're objects of our affections, and that's a real significant thing. Don't get me wrong, but at the same time, it's not like they're in any way comparable to persons. So yeah, I have no problem.
What do you need?
Eating even like.
So I prowled around for a while, and I have something.
I don't know.
Wonderful.
Uncomfortable
How many
feeling.
did you get?
Beef.
All three.
Or meat. Not
So
just
that's
beef.
all of them. Excellent. Let's hope the burden never hears about my little mistake.
Let's hope not.
Got some new ones. All right.
Thank you, lad. Here's something for your efforts.
Thank you, sir. Ooh, arrows. Get some bow
Can you
training.
teach me to be a better archer?
Certainly.
I need it. I think I'm level
I'm
5.
interested in more advanced techniques.
Wouldn't you rather learn the basics first?
Well,
Hold on.
I'll think it.
Let me see exactly what my
Good luck to you.
skill in archery is. I think it's really low. Not bad. Oh my god, I'm only level 3. All right, yeah, fair enough. You're right. So look at that. Strength. Let's see. Gravedigger. Nah. I'm tempted. Lead opponent's health and stamina. Nah. Head cracker. That's actually not bad. Heavy swing. Causes greater damage would cause, but 10% more stamina. Nah. Let's go Clinch Master. I don't actually know how to win in the clinch, but I assume it's automatic. Could I be wrong about that? Yeah. Let's do the
Can you teach me to
basic
be a better
bow
archer?
training.
Certainly.
I'd like to practice the basics.
All right, but it'll cost you.
I think I can cut
Isn't
that
that
down
quite a
some.
lot?
Let's go with start real low.
What do you say to this?
See how we can do there.
You won't convince me with that.
Okay, I didn't think so. It was 50.
Agreed. Now
Yeah.
listen up. God be...
Emby says, I haven't tried dog meat. I had the chance previously but turned it down. Yeah, I think that I even would probably have a bit of a disgust reaction. Like, I don't know if I would enjoy it, like, aside from any kind of taste or flavor or anything, just because of the cultural connections and the cultural connotations and stuff like that. You know? Alright, now what? Quests. Could do this eventually. Could do this. I need to do this, actually. I can go back to Sasau, but that's all the way over in Sasau. Let me check something real quick. It is not going away, so I can just go deliver that boar meat, I think. Ooh, I'm gonna have to get that fixed, aren't I? Eventually. First, though, I need to get my all of my various equipment fixed. So that means I need to go to... Gosh, excuse me. Oh, up here. Up here, grindstones. And then I will need to go get the other equipment, the new stuff, and either sell it, fix it, or both. And I'm going to try and repair my own sword here. Not that damaged. See what he can
Good
fix.
health to you.
Ooh. Oh my god, he can actually repair stuff that's... Oh no, that's fine. Income is quite good in showing horse dog meat was the protein of peasantry, if at all. Income also shows mushrooms for the gatherers. Yes, that I know. That I'm very aware of. But that's fine, I don't need that repaired. Now, here's the thing. Should I get this fixed? Or should I try and do it myself? Try and do it with the grindstone. Because I have no idea how to do that properly. I'm gonna try it, I suppose.
Can we do something
I don't want to
about
ruin it.
price?
It's actually my primary sword.
Right, so.
Alright, let me see. Any tips or guidance on not screwing up with the grindstone? Go 250.
Since it's you.
Oh, it'll take more than that to persuade me.
I figured. 260. 260.
Aye, that would do it.
Oh, wow. All right. Reasonably lower than I thought. Okay, how did I do? I helped it. I improved it. Okay, let's try again. I'm assuming this doesn't work like a real grindstone, where if you are that if you do it too many times, it will just wear off the edge. Okay. Improving. Okay, how's that? Okay. Alright, I'm gonna keep going. I'm doing okay. $96. Alright, good enough. I'll call it. I'm gonna call it there. A lot of cheap axes and blades. Use those to learn grindstone. Later, it'll pay dividends in high-value blades. Okay. I mean, to be fair, that sword is a relatively high value compared to some of the other crap that I've got. So, yeah. Alright, let's see. What's this? It's the chapel. It is. Oh. Okay. Let me see. Alright, everything here is... Well, not everything. I need to go to the tailor and the shoe thing place. Cobbler. That's what it's called. Cobbler. Hey, boys. Let's go. Alright.
Yeah.
Another question. Do the sleep chests transfer between them? Like, if I get an inn somewhere, and I put something in that chest, is it like the same chest? I've never been quite sure of that. There we go. Good morning. Need some repairs.
God be with you. Farewell.
Okay, let's see.
I'd like to discuss the price.
All right, so.
Alright, let's drop him down to, like, 18?
What do you say to this?
You're a right pinch purse.
Okay, yeah, that's fair. That was really low. How about 20?
What do you say to this?
I like me.
Well, a little more and we'll call it a deal.
I can't believe it's already almost
Well,
11.
that's a decent
Doing
price.
Just this for 2 hours. We have not even gotten to the thing that I was planning on starting with, which was the date. Alright, time's at... Still not even noon. Okay. Okay, so it is the same chest. That's kind of what I thought, but I wasn't sure. Alright, let's go to the cobbler.
Yeah.
Which is up this way somewhere. By somewhere, I mean... Ah, right there, okay. Right there. The thing with the 3 boots. The Isle of Man flag. I mean, basically it is, yeah. Oh gosh, alright. Home sleep locations where you store your items are all transferable no matter what location you visit. Okay. Now, are there others that are available at this point? I'm trying to remember. I know there's the one in Ushitz? No, not Ushitz. The second town you get to during the prologue.
Take care now.
Let's talk about the price.
Naturally.
What do you say to this?
That's not enough.
Oh, well, fine.
Finally, a reasonable sum.
Oh. All right. Okay, so let's go straight back there. Let's just quick travel, shall we? Why not? Anyway, so one thing that I wanted to also mention that was a weirdly surreal experience this week. That so the midterm elections were Tuesday. If you're in the U.S., you surely know about this. If you're not, then you may have heard of it. But there has been oops, my bad. There's been a great deal of talk leading up to and now after the midterms about the red wave. The Republican Party massively taking control of every aspect of the government. This didn't play out really at all. Which is frankly odd. Need that because I'm going to sell it. I need that because I'm going to sell it. I need that because I'm going to sell it. I don't know where I'm going to sell it, but I'm going to sell it. There are multiple professionals in different towns. Okay. I am overloaded, but that's kind of what I expected. I'm going to try and repair this myself. This, I'm going to hang on. No, I'm going to put it to the horse because I don't need it on me. Horse. Horse. That'll do. Okay, so I need to get to... Let's just go. There we go. I know there was a lot of talk about the red wave of Republicans sort of taking over, which is typical for a midterm, where the opposite party is in control, that sort of thing. Where there will be a massive shift towards the party that's currently out of power, or at least out of the White House. The messaging was that the young people registered in droves and countering the red wave. Maybe that could be part of it. I think that's probably a large part of it. which is just, again, bizarre, frankly. But, you know, that's...
Bread! Fresh bread! Bread!
Well, I'll say this, that in my experience, again, teaching young people, having been one not that long ago, it seems to me that perhaps the majority of young people just don't quite understand their own political circumstances, or frankly, much of the world around them. And this... Oh, I have nothing to repair. Okay. Now, this may sound like old man yells at cloud kind of talk, but again, in my experience, young people, even the brightest, like, you know, because I interact with college students who are all well above the 50th percentile. Let's put it that way. Every single one of my students is above average intelligence-wise in the country. And yet, there is still this weird tendency to maintain a kind of cognitive dissonance due to wanting to maintain a kind of... How do I put it? Like... I don't know. I would say probably something like tribal loyalty, or...
I'll be with you.
Selecting one's political views based on...
Take care now.
Wait, what? Can't repair armor here? Oh, it's on my horse, that's why. That's why, because I'm dumb. Forgot that I was stupid. Who knows? You know. But I think that, actually, wait. I don't need all of these fixed. I can just sell some. How is this? No, that's just worse. I need those. And I can sell this. I'm gonna just sell off the crap.
Let's talk about the price.
Naturally.
Is there a way to repair things just without using a repair kit? Like just using like hammer and anvil kind of thing? I mean,
You're
Henry is a blacksmith,
purse.
I would think.
Aye, for that amount I can be persuaded.
But yeah, young people don't tend to think through the complexities of their situations. So, for example, I mean, I know a lot of what I would think of as otherwise even like devoutly Catholic students who are perfectly willing to vote for pro-choice politicians, or even just take and defend a pro-choice position themselves, like explicitly, despite knowing that that is contrary to their other stated positions. Ooh, new level and maintenance perk available. Nice. Wow, I repaired it to 80%. Wow, that's really impressive. All right. Maintenance. Fragrance. Laundered clothes. One higher charisma for one day. I'm never gonna launder clothes. So, boots you repaired yourself. Sprinting will cost you 20% less stamina. Okay. Do that. I'm gonna go ahead and repair this robber sword just a little bit more. What? No. Sorry, Mutt. Not you. I didn't mean that. What is happening? Stop. There we go. Can't start. Move, Mutt. Thank you. Okay, how about now? 93, okay. But yeah, I do tend to think that young people were primarily responsible for the shockingly high sort of blue turnout, Democratic turnout. And I say shockingly because, I mean, putting it this way, young people my age and significantly younger, are... Wait, hold on. I'll keep Shard temporarily equipped. Now, can I repair things on my own using Smith's tools or anything? I am a little bit surprised by the election results, but I'm more surprised. Honestly, okay, here's the weird thing. I'm more surprised by the reaction to it. I was more surprised, let me say, by the reaction to it, and it's because I spent all of Tuesday, because I live in Florida, if that tells you anything. So my entire Tuesday night was watching Republicans win race after race after race after race after race, including the governor's race by more than by almost not more than almost 20 points. There was an almost 20-point spread for the governor's race in Florida. I have never seen anything like that in my life. I've never seen a margin of victory anywhere close to that. It's just incredible. So I was surprised at just how well the Republicans did in Florida. Like, DeSantis flipped Hillsborough County, which is right near where I grew up and where I went to college, which is a very liberal, left-leaning city, I should say. He flipped Pinellas County, which is where I grew up, which is mostly old people, but the sort of posh old people who tend to vote Democrat.
I'll be with you.
I'm gonna... Well... Hold on. How is this common hauberk opposed to the human hauberk? 66, 62, 810, 6 versus... Well, okay, that is actually good. That is actually better. All right, yeah, I'm gonna just have that repaired, and then I'll sell off the Cuban one.
I'll be with you.
Okay.
Let's talk about the price.
Yeah, I was surprised at how well the Republicans were doing. I was like, wow, I heard there was going to be a red wave, but I didn't think it was going to be this much. Wow, holy crap, it's amazing.
What do you say to
this is unbelievable, because again, I'm actually a pretty big supporter of DeSantis. I was pleasantly surprised by DeSantis. I didn't actually vote for him in 2018.
Just a little more.
Retrospectively, I should have. Quite honestly, I'll say upfrontly.
Aye, for that amount,
because I mean, if nothing else, the last 2 years should convince anyone that he would have been far better than almost any alternative. Just basically what he was able to prevent the federal government from doing to us, and especially to young people. Oh my God, especially to young people. The kids these days who are there. Hold on a minute. Give me a second. 453 versus 1140. Yeah, it's the same spot, right?
Let's talk about the price.
You want to keep the items you intend to
Right,
repair, go
sir.
ahead and repair them. Okay. Only repair you can do on your own for free is the grindstone. Otherwise, you need to use the repair kits. If you intend to sell the goods you want to repair, it'll not be worth it. Okay. That's what I kind of suspected, but let's go 530.
What about
Big
this?
jump, then let's go for it.
Yeah, that's too much.
Okay, I know.
Finally,
Oh,
a reasonable
wow.
sum.
More than I thought I was going to get from him. Very good. Okay, I'm still over encumbered, though. How? What am I carrying that's so heavy? I guess my armor. Just carrying my armor is too heavy now. Oh, God. Alright, I guess I'll put my armor onto the horse. There. Okay. Now, where do I sell those chalices? I'm wondering if there's anywhere in particular I should sell those. But anyway, yeah, because I'm here in Florida, and I was seeing all Tuesday night Florida's election results, which were a red wave and then some, more than I ever could have possibly expected. It was weird to me Wednesday, basically all day Wednesday, hearing basically the opposite, hearing a bunch of Republican pundits sort of lamenting how the red wave failed to materialize and all that stuff. I was like, wait a minute, what are you talking about? Miami-Dade County went Republican. Like, if that's not a red wave, I don't know what is. And then I realized that the red wave hit really, really, really narrowly in very, very, very specific places. Florida, Ohio, New York. There's somewhere over like the Southwest. Nevada, maybe? I think there was maybe Nevada that it also hit really hard. Nice. Okay. Yeah, I've already read that one.
Can we do something about the price?
But yeah, that's
All right, so
it's
since it's you.
I was more than anything.
That's too much.
I was experiencing a weird kind of incongruity between what I had personally observed and what other people were seeing in the rest of the country, and so I was surprised to see it be so bad.
A bit more, and we'll call it a deal.
Or people thinking it was so bad. And so
that
that was really the surprise for me. I've learned long ago not to make election predictions. I just don't, because inevitably my election predictions will fail. They will fail horribly, because my predictions always go weirdly. This is also because before literally this election, I have never voted for a candidate who won. Never before. Not one time. So that's maybe a little bit of perspective as to how I have done in the past in my predictions. Like I said, I've never voted for a candidate who actually won. So anyway, that is some of my sort of thoughts on the election. I'm a localist in a lot of ways, and so I find it a little bit harder to care that. I mean, I know I have friends there, and I care deeply about the suffering that they're definitely going to be that's definitely going to be inflicted upon them. But quite frankly, the fact that the Wicked Witch of the Midwest, Gretchen Whitmer, somehow managed to still win again in Michigan, I mean, that's ridiculous. I have a hard time believing it, but I also it's far less concerning to me than if even Charlie Crist had won here. And Charlie Crist is not nearly as bad. We've had him as a governor before. He wasn't terrible. Now, he wasn't good. And he certainly wouldn't be good again because he's gone in bad directions since he was previously governor. But he wouldn't be that bad. But I find myself caring quite a lot more about that than I possibly can about Gretchen Whitmer up in Michigan, even though Whitmer up in Michigan is infinitely worse. And for a lot of people. So, I don't know. It's I've learned to in the political respect at least, cultivate a kind of medieval piety. Deal with what is close to myself first. A kind of concern concern with subsidiarity rather than universalized claims. Which goes against my philosophical instincts, because my instincts tell me to universalize everything I possibly can, and to come to universal conclusions about everything I possibly can. But I can't always do that. And I certainly can't affect things universally in all or even most cases. So I can't even really affect much locally, but to the extent that I can, that's the thing I should care more about. And it's what I do care more about, certainly. How's my... Yeah, no, I'm doing good. Doing fine. Okay.
Look at you, lover boy.
How about now? Fancy a walk to the town?
I can't now. Come back in the evening, will you?
When is evening? Well, I'm gonna sit down. How about that? I'm just gonna sit. Maybe I should read some books. I don't have any books to read. I'll just wait. Till... What's 6? 6 is evening, right? That's fine. Anyway, yeah, it's bizarre to me. It's not that bizarre. I mean, I know how it functions. I know the real process of it, and I'm not that naive as to think that this is necessarily the case. But kids, like young people who are in that demographic that swung so wildly left this election more than ever before, really, or maybe not ever before, but before recently, at least since Obama, let's say, that demographic is by far has been the most affected by the wildly tyrannical COVID lockdowns. And they've been horrendously affected by it. And I think maybe that might explain why DeSantis did so well and why Florida swung so far red, even in college towns like Tampa. Tampa went red. That never happens. And it's a college town. It's young people galore. It's Ybor City. Though maybe Ybor City, maybe it has to do with the Cuban population. Fine, fair enough. But man, that really...
Greetings, Henry.
I wonder if the Republicans did so well here because DeSantis helped so much against the sort of the regime of COVID tyranny over the last couple of years. And man, and maybe kids don't get it elsewhere. They don't know the alternative to not being legally allowed to interact with each other socially. It's crazy. Like, even the stuff that we experienced and we had to go through and we were dragged through here in Florida, in a lot of cases it was more localized institutions rather than governments, rather than state governments, let's say. But it was still gratuitous. It was still horrific. Like college students were being threatened with expulsion for going to a party. Not like underage drinking. No. Gathering with more than 10 people. Or in some cases, I think it was like more than 4. Or students were being withdrawn from classes if they tested positive. In some cases. I'm just like, what in the world is going on here? It's absurd. And I really genuinely thought that this might move students more towards at least the direction of freedom. But it doesn't seem to have, which is just kind of depressing. Like I don't know where to go with that. But I don't know. Maybe I can do something, help out with some, political organizations among the young people, kids these days. Something. I know that Turning Point has been they have a new chapter at St. Leo, so maybe I'll get a little bit involved with them and do some speaking engagements, that sort of thing with them. Drag some kids in the right direction, I guess. Yeah. Something.
How about now?
It's something, at least hopefully.
Fancy a walk to the town?
That sounds wonderful. Everyone says the Broken Wheel Tavern is the fun place to be in the evening.
Right.
I want you to take me there.
Have you ever been to a tavern?
Me and my father used to stop at the tavern in the glade when he was taking the flour into town, but he never wanted to take me inside. What do you think, Hal? Shall we go?
Sure.
Well, I don't see why not. But you'll have to try some ale while you're there.
I will. I promise.
Let's be going then.
Whoop. All right. There's a pole there. The Broken Wheel Tavern, huh?
Go to taverns a lot, do you?
Sometimes. If I want a proper meal, I have to.
Hey,
you wouldn't want to eat
lad.
the stuff I cook.
Don't you want a little
That's
wager
true.
on the rat
I haven't forgotten that bet you made back in Skalitz that time.
Don't talk about those oak cakes.
Okay. You hearing that? Is that just me? Getting some weird wibbly-wobbly back and forth thing on my stereo sound.
That's where you go to woo wenches, is it?
Yeah, naturally.
There we go.
The taverns and baths are where the best ones gather.
You
I'm still doing it.
There's no need to take it the wrong way.
I'm not taking it any way at all.
It's all right. I'm only joking. I don't go picking up women in taverns. I prefer a different sort.
Why is this
sort
happening?
might that be?
All mouth and green eyes.
You're such a...
Come on then.
Okay, maybe it will stop. I have hope. Because it's only Henry's voice, so it's not like an audio issue. It's
Here we are.
Oh, now it's pouring. Great.
Should we order something?
Yes, definitely.
Service.
Ah, a pair of lovebirds. What would you like to order?
Oh my god. Maybe we should go inside, huh? Rather than
It's all right.
have rain soup.
Excellent.
This ale, there's no better in the province.
You know what?
What? What are you doing? Oh, no.
Oh,
But really?
Oh, boy.
yes. Oh, come on, be brave.
No, I've never...
Hand on my hip.
I don't even know how.
And off we go.
But really, I don't know how.
You're doing just fine.
All right.
All right.
It's fine.
God.
Oh, very nice. Not so bad. You wore me out.
And you said you couldn't dance.
Wow, that was sweet.
How about a dance with a real man?
How about you leave me alone and bother someone else?
Oh, come on. It's a crime to waste a body like that on a scrawny boy like him. You got tits like a cow in calf. Ah, that's it. I like a woman to fight before I fuck her. You'll pay for that, boy.
Your neck is missing. It'll be fine. Ooh, there's a tourney in Rattay tomorrow. Let's go do that after we beat the crap out of this guy.
Come on.
Ow. Oh, jeez, this guy's... Ow. Got him. All right. Nice. I gained the perk Balanced Diet. Oh, yeah, that's right. I
My
took that
hero.
perk, and now I've got the thing.
Does it hurt?
You should worry about the other fella. I'm fine.
Ow!
Of course you are. That's why you wince every time I touch you. You saw him off, though. He wasn't feeling so playful after you'd finished with him.
That tickles.
Baby.
Aw. That was sweet. Alright.
So, you'll probably be fine. But try to give your hands some rest. Don't go lifting anything too heavy.
Thank you. Can I take you home?
You never give up. Are you sure you don't need a bit more rest? I can find my own way home.
I'll manage those few extra steps.
Come on then, hero.
Oh, I failed the... What? When was the tournament? Alright, whatever. Next time, I guess? I don't know.
I'll give you this. Nights out with you might be painful, but they're never boring.
I do my best.
Well, you should go in before Peshek starts fretting.
Aw. Do we need a bonk? Or nah?
Oh.
No, I think no, that is sweet and endearing rather than. He says, "Careful, little wager in the Ratte tourney." Well, I would have, but no, apparently not. Let's see. I do need a snack, but I can wait on that. Where do I turn in the ears anyway? I think I'm gonna go with the fast striker perk. That sounds fine. Besides, I can switch weapons and such. If need be. Alright. Quests. Couple more days. Pesha gets a job. Sasau. I'll do that eventually, I think. Treasure and the dovecoat, I'll do that eventually too. Airskin, where's the courier? Oh god, in Talmberg. Okay, fine. Or meat. Okay, cool. So I'll do these. These will be the next things. Sasau looks like the next place to go. But probably via Almberg. No, that's not actually right. That doesn't work, does it? No, I should just go to Sasau. In the morning, not right now. Then eventually I'll go back. Oh yeah, that's right, because I have to go back to Talmberg anyway. Yeah, the tourney is perpetual. Yeah, it's every, well, I think it's 3 days or something. Let's get rid of that one. Anything else I need to do in Sasau? That'll be tomorrow, I think. Hey, dog. Alright, I'm gonna go in. I'm gonna have a bite to eat. We'll have a bit of wine. Nah, I'm just gonna have some wine and then go to sleep, huh? Nourishment's at combine. Yeah. My nourishment 46 or 80. Okay. No, I shouldn't drink from the pot. I will be fat. I don't want to be fat. I'd like not to be fat. I should have washed those, but that's fine. Hides and skins and things. No, okay. Let's sleep till morning. Early morning. Head out. First light. Actually, wait. Let me take my shoes off first. That helps comfort, right? And hat, maybe? Where's my comfort? Is that a stat? No, it's not. Does it matter? Is it just the bed? Yeah, I don't know. I'll figure that out eventually, I suppose. Let's go to sleep. 7 hours. That's a nice night's sleep. It's also a little odd that it's perpetually like summertime in terms of the length of the day. Suppose it's far more convenient though. It would be relatively inconvenient to have to worry about the day shortening so significantly. Anyways. Wait. No, I should have a sheet from that pot first. For breakfast. No. Let's get going. Alright, let's switch to our armor. So that's... Horse, 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 horse. Let's go with the rapper sword, shall we? And let's go to Sasau. Alright, let's go. Alright. As you can maybe see, I also did some exploring off stream. I kind of got wanted in Ledechko for accidentally walking into someone's house. They chased me off, and I ran from the police and got out of town. It was fine, no problem. Rather than spending all of my money. That might present problems down the line, but I'm sure it'll be okay. Alright. Wow, I can't believe I have found no encounters at all on this whole road. That's honestly surprising. Alright. Cool. Okay. So also something else I had thought of that is related. I was thinking about this earlier today. It's related to the politics of this game, or at least certainly the politics of this region. That let's see. Let me get my. Oops. There. Anyway, so as I was saying, that related to at least the politics of, let's say, Germany, broadly speaking.
Salt sprinkled with the bloody
Funny thing
tears of Saint James.
About this is a funny thing about Star Wars and a vaguely political thing about Star Wars and the prequels and such.
Garlic, onion.
Which is that very often we think we think of the Emperor as Emperor Palpatine as the prototypical tyrant. I think we're correct in thinking that, certainly. But in so thinking, we also should consider things like where he came from and how he developed the particular political position and his political ideology. And we might be a bit surprised to think that he came from Naboo. As a Palpatine is a native of Naboo. We might be surprised by this because we know that Naboo is depicted as like the pinnacle of Republican democracy, right? Everything about Naboo is democratic, and we have Padme from Naboo, and she's in the sort of peacenik party, so to speak. And so we might find ourselves surprised to find that Palpatine is from Naboo of all places. Oh, he only needs 25. No, this guy needs 40. The other guy needs 25.
Jesus Christ be praised.
But I think
I have everything you ordered, Master Butcher.
I think if we actually look at the political system of Naboo, we would realistically be a bit less surprised, or we should be a bit less surprised to find that somebody like Palpatine, who becomes the Emperor, comes from sort of cut his political teeth in a place like Naboo. There we go. And delivery.
Looks good. Here's something for your effort. I've got another order. There's demand for deer kidneys.
What?
Can you handle that?
Sure.
I can't write yet, but okay.
Good luck to you.
Can I dry meat? That's another thing. Can I make dried meat? Or is that not a thing I can do? Okay, I need to go across. Wait, what? Oh, wait, the crown that should be in Sasau, right? Dry smoked meat only appears in one of the DLCs. Oh, no, okay. Your service, this one. Yeah, that's in Sasau. I don't know what's going on there. That's in Ledechko. Yeah. Well, that's a shame. I really like... Well, I mean, I love jerky, and I love making it, and I love eating it, so of course I'd love the idea of it in here, but oh well, that's fine. I can live without it, I suppose. So, anyway, if we look at the political system of Naboo, it actually starts to make a little bit more sense how and why somebody like Emperor Palpatine could have cut his teeth there, started his political career there, and yet still wound up being, the big bad evil guy of the entire galaxy. A fish trap, huh? Let's see. Yay! So if we actually look at the political system of Naboo, what we have is a monarchy, but it's an elected monarchy. But it also seems to be a relatively absolutist elected monarchy, which is a strange and uncommon combination. Usually if you have a monarchy with elected, with any kind of... Hello?
Henry!
Hey guys, if you have a monarchy with with democratic political institutions, hey guys, typically it's more restrained. It's not so absolutist. It is more restrained by legislature and such, other branches.
Matthew, Fritz.
Anyway, I'll come back to this.
Of course we're alive.
Don't let me forget.
You can't get rid of us that easily.
I'm almost surprised how happy I am to see the pair of you are all right.
We are now, but we barely made it.
Yeah, it was hard. Fritz ran like a little girl.
I mean,
really?
That's fair.
Bollocks!
I kind of would too, really.
Bloody joker.
Tell us what happened to you.
They gave me a pretty good thrashing as well. It was only in Rat-Eye that I got back in my right mind.
And I see you're not doing too badly for yourself. What are you up to?
Right now, I'm a squire for Sir Radzig.
I see you've worked your way up.
And how are you two getting by?
It's shit.
You said it. We're still chopped off to bits. Owe the monastery a bundle. And there's no work here.
Not for anyone with more than half a brain, anyway.
Okay, so Kembe asked, did Naboo have clear religious order, like Divine Right of Kings? No, not really at all. Interestingly, the only religion in Star Wars seems to be related to the Force. There's very little elsewise, which is a little bit odd, but fine. It's a kind of shallow idea of religion. To be fair, it doesn't do religion. The setting and the writing doesn't do religion particularly well. Now, it does monastic orders and such decently with the Jedi, but that's kind of it. Oh, jeez. Kill the Thoughtbot, somebody. Oh, Jesus. Let me see what I can do. Anyway. Oh, crap. Oh, not like that. Yeah, there we go. Alright. Anyway, as I was saying. Oh no, the music stopped. Darn. I'm disappointed. As I was saying, though, no, there is really no connection between any kind of order of religion or the Force or the Jedi or anybody else really on Naboo, which is also especially a little bit weird given that Palpatine eventually adopts a kind of hierarchical, a religious hierarchical model for the Empire. It's basically a Sith Empire. It's a religious Sith Empire. He even calls one of his Super Star Destroyers Heresiarch, sort of in opposition to the classical doctrines of the Jedi. So things like that, where it seems odd, right? Now, I would argue that it's not odd at all, because if you have a monarch that is deserving of the title at all, and it seems to be the case that the monarchy of Naboo is close to absolutist, or at least has very sovereign authority rather than sort of diffused multi-level authority. You especially see this because of the conflict with the Gungans. The Gungans are in conflict with the Naboo, with the humans of Naboo, primarily because the Naboo have a very top-down political organization that they don't want to be a part of. Or they want to be independent, which is basically kind of the distinction. That's kind of their problem. And so what we have here is a near absolutist monarchy, which is elected, with term limits and all of these democratic limits and limitations that we would expect in a modern republic. And so you might think, well, that's really weird. That doesn't seem like it should exist. It seems contradictory even, but it's not. We actually find this model put forward by political philosophers like Max Weber. Weber, I think it's Weber, put forward the idea of what he called the plebiscitarian Führer democracy, and you can guess what language he was writing in. And you can guess what political institution took up this idea. No, it's not true. He was writing. He was writing to describe the well, let's just say the Führer, because we all know who we're referring to here, or the Supreme Chancellor, because we all know who we're referring to here. It's Funny Mustache Man, if you weren't sure. Anyway, so what Weber describes is an absolutist ruler, an absolute sovereign, king, basically a king, an emperor, a Führer, a strongman ruler, who is periodically elected. And if they are elected, then they have the absolute trust of the people. And because power is derived from the people on this Enlightenment model, they have absolute power. But if the people deny them that power, then they lose all of it completely. And so the sovereign is absolute in this model, but it's a democratic sovereign. And so we see Palpatine embodying this model not just on Naboo, but on Coruscant for the entire Republic, even though the Republic isn't like historically structured like that. The Republic's power has been diffused throughout the galaxy because it has to be. Just functionally speaking, the galaxy is just too big to operate in that kind of centralized manner, which is why the Empire collapsed as quickly as it did. And so what we find is that Palpatine believes in absolute sovereignty of the ruler himself, but he also believes very strongly in democratic institutions. I love democracy and I love the Republic. Those lines in Episode 3, I don't think he was lying. I think he was absolutely telling the truth, is because the democratic means are exactly what allows him to have this kind of absolute power and this absolute sovereignty that he winds up collecting. The two go hand in hand. Democracy, whether even with Republican limitations on it, which there were, democracy is a vehicle for tyranny, just like anything else can be. The difference is there are fewer safeguards in a democratic system than even in a monarchical system, because in a monarchical system, you have a sort of feudal organization. Power is diffused downwards, not just outwards. And then further, you also have, so your power base is in your nobility, and their power base is in their vassals, and their power base is in the peasantry, and so it works its way up like a pyramid. And then you also have this issue of, well, you need to rear your descendants and therefore your heirs to also rule, and you have to leave something for them to rule, which you don't have that incentive in a democratic institution where you know you have a term limit, in which case you have to gain all the power you possibly can until by the time your term limit is over. And that means you can suck your constituency dry if you can. And the Emperor does, of course. Because of course he does. He's a plebiscitarian Führer. He's a Max Weberian absolutist tyrant. MB says there's a consistent theme in Star Wars of a minority dissenting voice in the Senate. Yeah, there absolutely is, and it's usually Mon Mothma. At any stage of galactic history that we have in the two major trilogies, it's Mon Mothma. That's it. She's the one. Now there are others who work together with her, but it's the Peace Caucus. They're the Anti-War Caucus. The group with Mon Mothma and Organa and Amidala and a few others that we see in the prequels, and then following through to what becomes the Alliance to Restore the Republic. There's this minority voice that gradually has power pulled away from them and pulled away from them and pulled away from them, and they get to the point where they acknowledge that they can't do anything within the governmental institutions. And this happens before the Senate is completely dissolved. But it's a step along the way. They realize that they can't do anything within the institutions, and then so they have to step outside of the system and officially declare rebellion. Which in New Canon really only happens 3 years before the Battle of Yavin? 2 or 3 years before the Battle of Yavin? In Legends, it was a little bit longer than that, but not a lot. I think it was only 2 or 3 years before that. So it was both cases, it was quite late that the rebellion really officially formed. And it was formed again in both cases by disenfranchised senators before the Senate was dissolved. And then I think, in large part, the Senate was dissolved to prevent more people from gaining that kind of political power that would allow them to lend it to the rebellion. Anyway.
No one's
Anyway,
interested in
talk
two
to our
good
old
carpenters in Sasau.
This is the weird revelation that I just had today.
And we looked everywhere.
Hey, you wouldn't happen to know of anything?
It will really help us out right now.
Yeah.
I'll find you something. You can rely on me.
Thanks, Henry.
I'll definitely
We'll pay off the
ask.
debt. Don't you worry.
Hey, no debt. Friends.
And where would they hire you to?
Well, we were carpenters in the mines, so wherever they work with wood, I suppose. Forget about construction. After Skalitz, no one will be building for a long time. Just here in Sasau, and they don't want us here. The best chance we have is to work at a mill. People always have to eat. Ideally, we're looking for a job that pays a lot and doesn't require much work.
Of course you are.
What other neighbours of ours made it?
That's for everybody,
The
huh?
hunkers in the monastery. That girl really helped us out. That's about all we know. When we ran for it, we helped Teresa. But who knows where she is now? We got separated.
Funny you should mention Teresa.
I owe my life to Teresa. She hauled me unconscious to the mill in Ratai and nursed me back to health.
I'm glad she survived. Since you know her so well, why not try asking her if she knows about any work? Good luck then.
Sure. Kemby says Andor has mixed reviews, but if you liked Rogue One, not a bad series to watch. I keep hearing that. And honestly, the negative reviews that I'm hearing are not the kind of thing that I have the least problem with. Like, all of the negative reviews I have seen of Andor are that, it's boring, or that it's, I mean, honestly, the only negative reviews I've heard are that it's boring. Or that it doesn't feel Star Warsy enough without the Jedi or the Sith. I was like, okay, cool. I love boring. I absolutely love boring media. One of my favorite books ever is The Silmarillion. It does not get more boring lore dumpy than The Silmarillion, and it might be my favorite piece of fiction ever written. So yeah, I love boring. I honestly, I don't know. I have issues with the changes to the new canon in general. So I'm a little bit skeptical about any of the new things and how long it'll last. And early on, I was hearing the writers of Andor talking a lot of trash about fans in general. I don't really appreciate that sort of thing. And there were implications of it being like weirdly political and stuff like that. So, I don't know. I'm a little skeptical, but man, I think that there is a lot of potential in Andor, and I think it actually could be really good just based on both the good reviews and the bad reviews that I've heard. Like I said, even the bad reviews kind of make me want to watch it more than they make me not to. Make me want to not. If I eat from the pot, am I going to be over full? I don't know how much the stew pot actually provides. Because I don't want to get fat, because I have that perk that penalizes me for being fat. Being a fatso. It goes back to Rogue One. Yeah, and honestly, like, I liked Rogue One. There were things I didn't love about it. Like, I always really liked Kyle Katarn. I just saved, so we're fine. I really like the story of Kyle Katarn, stealing Death Star plans and that whole way. Basically, I liked the Legends version, and I think I liked it better than I liked Rogue One. But I did still like Rogue One. Really did. So, yeah, I don't know. I think that I probably will like Andor. I don't know. I'll see. I will. I'll probably get around to watching it after I finish this binge of
The Lady of Talmberg sent me.
Stargate SG One that I'm on.
To find out why the crown's been delayed.
Through no fault of ours, I can tell you that. We had a large stone ordered for mounting on the crown, a beautiful Moldavite from South Bohemia that we had cut and polished in Prague. But, well, in short, the good merchant, Martin Wiesek, who was supposed to bring it from Prague, got lost along the way. It's like the ground swallowed him up.
Well, Lady Stephanie won't be happy.
Swallowed him up.
Look, we've got something else here we can replace the stone with, but I'm sure even you can see it's not worthy of a noble wedding, and definitely not worthy of our fine craftsmanship. Oh, if I only had someone who'd try to find the Moldavite.
All right, I'll find it.
Why don't you just ask me? Of course
Sure.
I'll try to find the stone. Just tell me where the fellow was seen last.
That fellow, as you call him, the esteemed merchant, Martin Wiesek, was last seen riding alongside the Sasau River, passing by the footbridge over the ford, to the west of here. Evidently, he never made it to Sasau town.
Interesting.
Well, I'll look for him, but he could be far over the mountains by now. Or under the ground.
Yeah, I tend to also think of Rogue One as more or less standalone. Not completely. I think there are it does fit within a lot of other lore, but more within stuff other than like the sequels. Like you're right that it is largely independent of the sequels, which is really the part that everyone, me included, really greatly dislikes. What's this? I'll take that. I'm surprised I'm not trespassing up here. Okay. Yeah, it does work well as standalone. Less so now. They're integrating it into more and more things. Whether that's Star Wars Rebels, or now Andor. Oh, interesting. Interesting. I have to remember that. Nope, nothing worth taking. And he says the latter main Star Wars films were hard for me to buy into. Yeah, likewise for me. Honestly, my biggest problem with the new Star Wars content in general, and that goes for the sequel trilogy, most of all, probably more than anything else, it goes for the sequel trilogy. They didn't flow well. Yeah, and that's very true. There was clearly, very clearly, and kind of even disturbingly, there was no plan for them. Like, very obviously no plan for them. There's no overarching plan, like there very clearly was for the prequels, and to a degree for the original trilogy. Now, the planning stage of the original trilogy was not perfect. It was not absolute, despite what some people will say. It's very clear if you really look through it that Lucas did not have a complete plan from the start, from A New Hope all the way, or from Star Wars all the way through to Return of the Jedi. But it was far more well connected than the sequels ever will be, because the sequels are fighting against one another. But even beyond just the sequel trilogy, a lot of the new canon of Star Wars, part of what I don't like so much about it is that it is far too willing to overwrite existing canon and to retcon even itself. And not just like overwriting old canon, because of course it can do that. Like they can overwrite the old EU, the Legends continuity, all they want. That's fine. I don't have to like it, but they can do it. I mean, it makes sense that's going to happen. But it winds up contradicting itself a great deal. My favorite example of this is, oh gosh, what was it? The lightsaber crystal lore. How lightsaber crystals work in the new canon, and how they're basically attuned specifically to a particular user, and by being attuned to a particular user, they get their color. And so the color has to do with the particular person who attunes to it, rather than it being something intrinsic to the crystal itself. Okay, fine. You want to do that, you can do that. The trouble is that it's inconsistently done. It's very inconsistently done. Because there are some cases where it very clearly is that a lightsaber has its own color simply because of what crystal's in it, not because of who made it, who's wielding it, whatever. It's very clearly just a yellow lightsaber. And why I say yellow in particular is because two inventions of Disney canon contradict each other, and that is this bit of crystal lore, this bit of lore about lightsaber crystals on the one hand, and on the other hand, the Jedi Temple Guards. The Jedi Temple Guards are their own rotating organization. In the official lore, they rotate. They are not a set group of people, but they are. But different Jedi can either volunteer or be chosen to become Jedi Temple Guards. Those are the ones with the masks and the double-sided yellow lightsabers. Their lightsabers are exclusively double-bladed and yellow. Like yellow specifically. Can I make it over there? I only have 10 minutes. I've been over there earlier. I've done that. I think maybe I can. Yeah, I'm just going to walk around and explore more of Sasau. Till I'm out of time. Oh yeah, also the instant Jedi powers. Yeah, I don't like that. Just the Force just kind of happening rather than being something that you have to very carefully and dedicatedly train for. Yeah, not a fan of that. Not a fan of that. Rogue One was easier to digest, and Andor feels well into the standalone nature of Rogue One. Yeah, I think that's fair. I think that part's fair. You're right. Nope, not going to break into the monastery. I'm going to try and get into the monastery. The nice way. What's with the ominous music? Okay, never mind. Thought this was like combat. So think about it this way: if you have an order of Jedi who rotate through, almost at random, what you wind up having is a group of Jedi, each of whom would have their own colored lightsaber, most of which would be blue or green, because that seems to be the majority, except for weirdos. Really specific weirdos. So what this means is that there are necessarily either very specific Jedi who keep attuning to crystals, attuning to kyber crystals through the Force with their and turning them yellow to construct these double-bladed lightsabers, and then abandoning them, giving them to new Jedi Temple Guards, which seems grossly disrespectful of the entire process. Or alternatively, it just doesn't make a goddamn bit of sense. Because the old version of the crystal lore was that the different kinds of crystals had different colors, and that's all there was to it. And so you could have a crystal that was primarily yellow, or that was yellow, And that's it. Simple as you get. You can have a crystal that was blue, and that's it. It's simple. So because that's all there was to it, it was actually relatively straightforward. That, yeah, of course, you could just put a yellow crystal into your lightsaber, and it would be yellow. Done. That's it. That's all you needed to do to explain this. But now with the new lore, you need to have them like bound to different people in weird different ways, which oh, it's 25. Okay, that's what I thought. Which, man, that really confuses matters. Oh, jeez.
Look at them. Look at the state they're in.
I know the wounded need caring for.
Let's see what's over here.
Johanka?
Purple saber for Samuel Jackson. Yeah, of course.
Henry?
Of course.
I'm glad to see you.
Me too. I heard that you're doing well.
Well, that depends.
You're alive. So you're doing well.
That's true.
What's happening here? Oh my god. Philip and... they're all...
Yes. Where do you think the wounded ended up?
Actually, I had no idea.
Well, now you know. Me and Nicodemus have been trying to keep things under control since Skalitz was raised. Just the two of us.
So can I help at all?
Certainly. We can always use an extra pair of hands here. And it's been like that since the beginning.
I was in a bad way myself back then. They took me to Ratai unconscious, and I needed a healer. How is everyone holding up? What can I do?
Holding up? People here are dying, usually needlessly, and I can't do anything about it. We don't have enough food or space or anyone who's willing to help us.
Doesn't the monastery care for them?
They give us some food for them and a place to sleep, but I wouldn't say they help exactly. More like they just tolerate us.
Do you have enough food?
Enough to survive, maybe, but convalescents need feeding up.
I can help
Maybe
with
if
that.
I brought some meat, some game, that would strengthen them up.
That would be a great help.
Anything else you need?
Look around.
How much is
Well, it is
sufficient?
a little crowded.
Oh my god, 100 game
Crowded.
meat. Jesus.
I've had to leave some of the sick lying in the open air, even at night. And have you seen what they're lying on?
I'll try to negotiate better conditions with the monastery.
I tried that, out loud. They just nod their heads, but don't move a muscle.
Okay.
Very well.
I'll see if I can find that game meat off stream between this week and next week. We'll see.
Why is there a guard outside?
He's here because of me.
Because of you?
Yes. There was one time I just had enough of it all, of the way they treat us, and I almost slapped one of... But that doesn't matter.
Oh, okay.
All right, that's all I need to know.
Look,
Hold on.
Henry, I
There's a
know I can
gecko
speak
on my
harshly,
window.
but I'm at the end of my tether.
Hang
Last
on.
week, Bohuslav died.
Oh, there it is.
Maybe you knew
Can
him.
you see it?
And nobody even blinked an eye. We
Aw, man.
desperately need help.
There's his tail.
I'll do whatever's in my power.
Just barely anymore. He's running away because I was pointing at him. Anyway, there's the last little tail of a gecko. Whoop. And we're back. Sorry about that. I just had to show you because there was a gecko outside. Because, you know, I love geckos. Alright, that's all. Alright, so I'm going to try and help with that. Is it not a nature stream? Are you sure? I thought every stream is a nature stream when I'm around. Alright, I guess you're right. Okay, so, we're basically out of time. So I think I'm going to save and quit. Call it a night. Let me see. Dried meat. Where's my game meat? Oh, trout. Horse. Preserve it. Oh, I'm messy. Dirty. I should clean up before I wrap up. Where's that trough? There it is. All right. Anyway, but yeah, there's a lot of those little weird inconsistencies with new canon, things they wind up retroactively changing and all kinds of stuff like that, which bugs me because there was this. Let me put it this way, and I'll wrap with this. Yeah, I'm going to focus on... So, yeah, to actually... You know what? I'm going to end with this point, because this is actually more relevant to the stream. I am going to be mostly... If I'm going to be doing stuff off-stream, it's not going to be doing quests. I want to keep the story stuff here with everybody here. So, if I'm going to be doing stuff off-stream, it's going to be just, practicing combat. It's going to be going out hunting. It's going to be doing the activities, these things. Stuff that's more like mundane, just sort of gameplay stuff, rather than being advancing any parts of the story. I even try and avoid the side quests. These now this one I might do some of these just because I'm gonna try and collect some game meat. I'm gonna try and go hunting for them, that kind of thing. And if I can manage to bring them back, I'll do that. But I'm not gonna finish the quest. I'm not going to finish the quest until we're back next week at least. So that's kind of my plan. It's kind of the same thing. Also exploration and whatnot. It's kind of the same thing I was doing with when I was playing Far Cry 5. Far Cry 5, I did a lot of things off stream, but most of them were just exploration, minor quests and minor tasks and things like collection quests and those sorts of things. For the various NPCs, that sort of thing. Same goes for Dragon Age Inquisition. I did that sort of thing because there's a lot of collection quests in Inquisition. Or level grinding. Because you don't need to see me level grinding. That's probably the least interesting part of this game. Although, I don't know, the combat in this is actually pretty dynamic and pretty interesting, and I don't know, maybe it's fun to watch, you tell me. So, if it is, maybe I'll do a little more of that on stream, maybe do a tourney on stream. I already lost one off stream, so yeah, maybe we'll do it again. Anyway, it is about midnight, so I am going to call it a night for now. So, thank you all for joining me. I had a wonderful time. I love this game very much. I love playing with you guys, sharing this first experience of this game with all of you. I do absolutely greatly enjoy it. So thank you all for joining me. Thank you all for having some fun. Thank you all for making it that much more fun for me. And if you want to help me keep doing what I'm doing, thank you all in advance for throwing a tip at me in my little virtual tip jar down there, ko-fi.com/Professor McCoy. I always appreciate it if you can. Whatever you can, it helps out with this kind of thing that I don't... no plan to. Anyway, but in any case, thank you all one more time. And with the hurricane being basically done, I think I can safely say again, don't be safe, be well, and more importantly, be good. Good night, everyone.